right, all you night readers, it is good to have you here. I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing well. And things are going good. So things are going good. It's nice to have you all here. It's always nice to have a group. And such a nice group it is. Let's get you all in here and see what is going on, right? See what's happening this Monday evening at, what is it? What's today? Today is February the 8th. Yes, it took me a minute. So hello, Lisa and Yvonne and Hani and Jessica. Just went. Nice to have you here. Jane, I'm glad you're here. And Destiny. Yeah, Destiny. It's good to have you all. I hope you're all doing well. Like I said, things are going good. So, all right, Lisa, can you have a future reading for your future? So you want to know the future of your future. I'm confused. Or am I just making fun of you? Because I can. Sometimes it's all right, right? I know. I only tease because you are my friend. And if you can't tease your friends, well, you don't want to tease your enemies. But you would like this to be about your future, is what I'm really getting from this. Is you would like to know that this is about your future, and there you go. That's exactly it. Hey, Christina, welcome. I'm glad you're here. It's nice to see you. All right, let's see what's going on just for you. Just for you, Lise. I do get it. I get what you mean, and I really did get it. And do I tease with you? Of course I did. All right, so there's a lot here, isn't there? Your future is very different than the readings I give to the whole family, right? When I give the family reading, or whether it's for your little family of 3 or you're the big family of Farrells, but this is about you this time. And the 4 of Wands talks about some type of a celebration, something fun going on. That's what it's really about. The 4 of Wands is all about having fun. And right, and as you can see, the person is looking in the mirror, and that person, they're dressed up for a party, right? It looks like they're dressed up for something, and they want that other person to come along with them because they are going to have fun. They're going to have a good time. The 5 of Swords is about conflict. And I think there is that conflict in your life with the 5 of Swords. There is some kind of turmoil that's going on all the time. And even when you're looking for a future reading for just you, I have to say that conflict still comes into play, even though this is just about you and not about the whole family. There's still that conflict. Now, I think the relationship you have at home, I think that is really good. I think that's going to continue on, of course, for a long, long time, forever. I really do. I see that being a very, very strong and emotionally connected soulmate type of relationship where the two of you are just, really working on all cylinders, always on the same page, or at least, if you're not always on the same page, at least you get on the same page because you talk, right? And you have that communication in your relationship, and things are good there, and things will continue to be good. I do see big changes in the future. Something big will change for the better. Things will change for the better in the future. Now, again, it changes for the better for you. And I think that's important, right? Because we're talking about just you. We're not talking about anybody else. We're not talking about everybody else around you. We are just talking about you. And I think that changes within you are going to make your life better and make you feel good about things. And I think that is I think that's due to your bravery. I think that's due to the way that you are confident in yourself and confident in the things that you do. And I think that you can really pull that off. You can pull off the whole, I am confident and listen to me because I know what I'm talking about type of thing. And I see that as that's just you going forward. It's always you going forward. So whatever's changing, whatever ends up changing in your life with you personally, it's going to be good because you are confident. You'll end up being confident in it. And that's going to be important. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on for just you, Lise. Just you. So, yeah, it's good to have you here, Christina. Thanks. And Barb. Hey, Barb, it's nice to have you. NV, Crystals and Paint. Bartman, it's good to have you all. Crystals and Paint wants to know, do we ever hear from Chanel anymore? And I have to say, no. My answer personally is no, I do not. The email that I used to have for her has been shut down, so I have no way of getting in touch with her anymore. Oh, you know what? Your energy card, Lise, is to the sea, right? Moving forward in a good direction. It looks like to me, right? Moving in a good direction, moving forward in a good direction. That goes along really well with what you want your future to be. I think that's what I think, at least. So, all right, Yvonne, can you have a family reading, please? You can. And we were talking the other night, Saturday night, when I did the show Saturday, and you asked if I would read with Anna.K for you for a change, because I always use the Wizard's Tarot because that is your favorite deck, I know, but I told you I connected the best to Anna.K, and you asked for it, so here you are, Anna.K. So this is a family read for you. And I have to say, I honestly think this is more personal to you than it is family as well. I know Lisa had asked for personal. You didn't ask for personal, but I'm getting more personal than normal, right? You've got the Page of Wands or Page of Rods, and the Page of Rods tells me all about that you are a free spirit, right? You are a free spirit. And that makes things good for you, right? It makes things good for you because you can look at other things. You can see what's on the other side and not be envious of what is there, right? You're happy with what you've got. You might might want to discover more things. You may want to explore what's on the other side of the fence here, but it's not something that the grass isn't greener in your eyes on the other side of the fence, right? It doesn't make any difference that you can't reach it, that you feel like you have to have it. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. I know it doesn't have a whole lot to do with a family read, but it's got to do with you personally. The Two of Swords tells me, of course, and then there's a decision, right? There's always a decision that you have to make when it comes to the family. When it comes to the family, what do you do, right? What do? You have one person who is very out of line. They're very out of line all the time, and well, you have to decide. You always have to make a decision about, is it worth it to continue on with a relationship with that person? Is it better off that you cut that person out of your life? Or is it also, or do you just keep things in the back of your mind and wait for them to come around because you have the feeling that they will? You have that feeling because you're using your intuition. You're using your understanding that the High Priestess brings along, because that's what she has. She has intuition. She opens up the mysteries of things to you. And you can use that intuition to think and believe that, yes, this family member, this one that has kind of gone astray, will come back someday. And you have patience. You have the understanding that this is the case and this is what you feel. Now, in the meantime, is there going to be some sort of judgment? Are things going to be, go back to normal? Well, yeah, I think that's what you want, right? You want restoration. You want life to go back to the way it was. Just restore things back to the way they used to be. And that's how things should be, right? That's how life should go. And if that happens, well, then you have the sun. And the sun, of course, is all about that happiness and that joy and success and feeling warm, feeling the warmth around you, right? Feeling the warmth of your ray of sunshine. Also feeling the warmth of everyone as a big group being much closer. So that's what I see as your family reading. The angel in the fourth card at the top of the stairs. What does it mean? He is, okay, so this is judgment, like the judgment day, like biblical terms, right? Where, I don't know, I guess I have to explain it. The only way I can explain it is in Christian terms. On the day of judgment, when Jesus comes back and takes all of the souls to heaven, well, then there will be an angel there to guide everyone. There will be an angel there to greet everyone. And that's what that is. And that angel is going to help restore the things that you, right? And that angel kind of gives you what you want, gives you that feeling of restoring yourself back to what you want it to be, restoring your life back to where you want it to be. So, yep. That's the old biblical story. Co-create. That's your energy, right? Co-create. Oh, I don't think you're going out and having more babies. That's for sure. I don't see that being the thing, but I do have to say that, co-creating things, right, can mean a lot of different things. And it also, co-creating something with your partner just means that the two of you do something together. You've made something together or done something together that's really worked well and gone together well. And that's what you got, right? You have that whole idea of co-creating. Plus, you do have 2 daughters together, so. Yeah, the angel gives you hope. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Envy, no, I have not done your reading yet. Honey, it's nice to have you here. It's good to have you. You would like a general reading? That sounds good. Yes, crystals and paint, my friend CM. I guess that does suck, huh? I don't know anything better than that to tell you. Unfortunately, I have no other news. I haven't heard anything from anyone that knows anything more about Chanel. So I don't have any news on her. Like I said, though, I only had one way of getting in touch with her, and that email is not there anymore. So. All right. All right, so let's see what we get for your general reading. Okay, honey? Honey, I think so. I think right now you feel like you're a little frustrated, a little bit bored, like it's just all too much for you. Things are just too much, and it's time for you to decide what you want to do. What do you want to do to make things better? All right. I think the decision you're going to end up making, and whatever you decide at that point to make yourself feel better is going to be okay. It's going to be a good choice because it's your choice. But I think you're going to decide that it's time to maybe move on from some people that, maybe not a good influence, or maybe they're just not helpful, or maybe they're just not doing the right things right now, right? Especially with COVID around, if they're not playing by the rules, well, then you don't really want to be near those people, because who wants to be sick? Nobody, of course. So I see that that's kind of the decision you make, to stay away from people that are not doing things the right way, that are not, following rules and making sure that they do the right things, because you're trying to protect yourself, right? You've got yourself here in the snow globe of wands, and you're trying to protect yourself from things getting into you and hurting you, right? You have all these different wands looking to jab at you and poke at you, right? Poking at you. But you don't want that. Who wants that? Nobody. So you encase yourself in the snow globe here of wands, and those people can't get to you. The ones who want to, and the ones who are not, safe to you. The ones who don't make you feel safe. The ones who don't make you feel good. Which is important, because you are a very you're usually a very excited, ready to go kind of adventurous person who wants to, um, oh, Yvonne, good night. I did not know you were at the hospital today for treatment. We will talk tomorrow, I hope. Um, yeah, you can let me know how that went. I hope you're okay. But yeah, so honey, I think normally you're an outgoing person. That's what I'm really trying to say. But now you know that you can't be. You can't be that outgoing person. And even though it hurts and bothers you, right? It frustrates you. You still have to let other people do their own thing while you continue to protect yourself. And that's what I get for you. All right. So Jane, now we're talking back about N the Aries, not the new N. Will N the Aries come back with a serious commitment during February or in March, or does he just not want to marry you? Oh, and also, honey, your energy is milk and honey, right? That's a happiness. That's a happiness time. Being in a land of milk and honey means that you are in a place where things are good. Things are going well for you. So, yeah, that's a good sign. That is a really good sign. What a great energy. All right, Jane. Will N the Aries come back with a serious commitment during February or March? So I think I have to say no. My short answer is no. And the Aries is not coming back because he's not going anywhere. He's not moving in the right direction. He's not moving forward at all because he can't. He just can't move forward. And that exhausts you. That means you really, means you really need to take time for yourself, right? Take time for you, take time to relax and do the 4 R's, right? Rest and relax and renew and feel relieved. Because you have to take time for you, not for N, the Aries. I know that makes I know that makes you fragile emotionally. I know that it hurts your feelings and stuff like that. I know it makes you recede inside yourself, like what I mean, right? Just kind of go into your shell like a turtle, right? They when they're scared or upset or sad or whatever, they go into their shell and they close up. Well, that's the same thing I think that you're doing, right? And that burdens you. That really puts a lot of weight on your shoulders, and you don't need that weight. You do not need that weight on your shoulders because it's only going to make things worse for you. So I think that you need to, I think you need to get past N the Aries and start working and looking for other people who are going to work with you, who are going to be creative like you are, who have potential and want to cooperate with you. Because that's really where the answer's at. And that's where really things are going to go in a good way for you, Jane. All right. And let's see, your energy card is here and now. And that's exactly what you want to do. Worry about the here and now and don't keep worrying about the future. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Worry about what's happening right now. Because that's the most important thing. Don't worry about what N's going to do in the future. Worry about what you are going to do right now, Jane. So hello, Destiny, and yeah, Christina. Good to have you guys. Barb, you'd like a relationship reading. Very nice. Very, very nice. Who else? NV, I see your question. Good. Aboriginal Woman of America. APTTMH. I don't know what all those letters stand for, but yes, Streamlabs is a bot, by the way. So, all right. So, Barb, a relationship reading. You know, for you, I just like to use tarot in Wonderland. All right. So, a nice relationship reading for you, Barb. Don't forget, folks, if you enjoy the show and you haven't told your friends about it, and you haven't, well, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, of course. You'll see that I'm here every single night. But I also tell your friends if you know anyone who is interested in something like this, right? Free tarot readings, free live tarot readings. If you know people who would like this, tell them. Please tell them to come to the show, right? That would be great. We definitely need more people to come on out. So, relationship, things are changing in a big way for you right now, Barb. They're changing in a huge way, and I think you are looking for someone who is going to really be protective of you, right? Somebody who's going to take care of you, somebody who's going to pick you up when you're down, someone who's going to be by your side when you're not feeling well, someone who's going to, be there unconditionally. And I think that goes right into your Queen of Wands, which is the probably the meanest looking Queen of Wands I ever saw, I have to say, which is so strange because the Queen of Wands is the motivational speaker of tarot. She is wonderful. She is that wonderful person that everybody wants to have in their life. You want to have a Queen of Wands in your life, someone who's friendly and loving and warm and determined to make you feel better in there by doing things for you or saying, telling you that things are going to be okay. And I think that's extremely important. I think that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody who's going to be like the King of Cups, who is very emotionally balanced, who is sympathetic and generous to you, and going to be there when you need them to be there. However, you're afraid, right now you're afraid that, you have in the back of your mind the whole idea that, when people are like this, right, when they're motivational speakers, when they're really building you up and they really have a lot of patience with you, and they're sympathetic to you, and they want to give you stuff and things like that, well, then they're probably deceptive, or they're probably playing mind games. And that's where you feel like things just aren't right. However, they are. They are right. I think somebody's going to come along who is going to be very honest and truthful about life and about things like that. And you're going to, I think at first you're really going to have this funny feeling that they're not being honest about things. But I think the more you look into it, the more you look into them, you're going to realize that they really are being honest with you, and they are being truthful. So let's see. What is your energy for the evening? Well, of course, it's blessed. And what better could it be? You said it. You said hope, peace, and love before, right? Well, add blessed to your list, because that's what you are, right? That is what you are, and that's what you will be. And that is a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah. So, let's see. Where was I? There I was. So, NV, it's good to have you here. Will Daji, and I hope I pronounced that right, come back without the third party? Darkness wins. How are you? Darkness does not win. We don't want darkness to win, do we? I don't think so. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. All right, MV. You're good? Your stomach hurts. I'm sorry to hear that. You got exactly the card I was looking for. Oh, did you ever? So I think right now, and again, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but Daji is looking to come back, and they feel like they're on the outside looking in, right? They're not really there. This person's not really there yet. They feel a little bit, they're in pain, they're insecure, they're scared. And, that scared here goes right into here, where it's all about, they're not feeling good about things. They're feeling sad. They're feeling, again, fear of not knowing what to do. What should they do? Should they move forward, or should they, stay away? And that's the decision that has to be made here. The Two of Swords is all about decisions. And sure enough, I think, that's the decision that this person has to make, is do they move forward or do they not move forward? If they are to move forward, just like you said, it would have to be without the third party. And well, that's exactly what this card is about. The Eight of Cups, we had a big talk about this one night. The Eight of Cups is all about leaving the past, the third party, behind, right? Getting rid of everything in the past, including that third party, and walking out the door, shutting the door, and never going back, never looking back. And that's what they would have to do if they were to really come back. I think they're ready to go. I think this person's ready to go. I think they're very interested in leaving the third party. I think they are impatient. And I think, they're a bit adventurous. So they really do want to come back. They're just afraid. They are afraid. They're insecure and in pain right now. So I think maybe you have to have a conversation to see exactly what's going on. All right. We'll see what your energy is. It's the never-ending story. That may be exactly your life with this person. A never-ending story. Right? A never-ending story. Hey, Go Gina. Hi. It's nice to have you here. Don't forget, folks, also, on top of all the other things, I also do private readings. So there's always the opportunity to have a private reading done. Private readings are $30 for 30 minutes, $50 for an hour. So something to keep in mind if you are ever looking for a one-on-one reading time where you can actually ask questions during reading, and I will do several different readings for you based on what our conversation is. So, okay, AWA. That's what I'm going to call you, AWA, Aboriginal Women of America. Oh, I dropped a card. Hold on a second. All right. So, how can you protect yourself against a gang of stalkers who keep trying to force themselves into your life? Do you need cards for this, or do you just need advice? I have to ask. You need cards. Okay. That sounds good. Thanks for being here, by the way. I do appreciate that. I'm glad you were able to find the channel, and I'm glad I can do a reading for you. So I think I see where things are, where they are now needs to change, right? Something needs to end. Something has to end with these people so that you can come out of this happier person, not feeling like you're being stalked, right? So, because things seem to be getting really serious right now, and you have to go back to your traditions. You have to go back to the things that you know, and the rules that you know are true, and how can you get past these things? What can you do to get past this, right? What can you do to protect yourself? Well, because this is hurting, right? This all hurts. This whole idea of a gang of stalkers hurts. It makes you sad. It makes you feel bad. You know something needs to end, and you want to move on. All you want to do is move on. That's it. That's all you want. Now, is this like they're coming after you, really, or is this online that they're doing this? Because of course, if it's online, then you just block them. But if this is actually happening to you personally, to your person, well, then yes, you need to find something that's going to help you. It's going to make you feel satisfied that the right thing was done. It's going to give you some type of inner happiness, because it hurts your self-worth. It makes you feel like you're not worth things, right? It makes you feel like you're not worth it. Okay, so they contact you. They can only contact you through phone and email. So you can try and block their numbers through phone, right? You can change your phone number and email. You always have that option, as Gina says, yes. But it's tough, right? It's tough. But if you can find ways to block them from email and block them from them specifically from your telephone, well, of course that would help you. But it makes you feel like you're not as much of a person when somebody does this to you, right? It makes you feel like you don't have you just don't have the confidence to move forward, to move the right way, the way that you want to move. Because you've been a very giving person. You have tried. You have done all the nice things possible to ask them for them to stop, and they just don't get it. They're not taking the hint. They're not taking the help. They're not taking anything to do with it, and that's not right. That's not the way somebody should be. Especially, again, when you have tried to be so kind about it, when you've tried to be so nice about things, then they should just take that as the answer and move on, right? Again, it's all about moving on, but they're not. So, how are you going to be able to do something about it? What can you do? Well, it weighs on you, right? It weighs down like a burden on you. And so what you got to do is you have to cut the communication between you and them. That's the only way you can do it, is completely make sure that you stop any communication that they can have, so that there is that communication gap. Normally I tell people you don't want a communication gap. You want to speak. In your case, you want this communication gap to happen. You want it to happen and to get further and further and further apart, for sure. So that's what I see for you. The energy surrounding this whole thing is a loyal heart. It's all about a loyal heart. And that's kind of what you've been doing, right? You have been kind to them. You have used your loyal heart to try to make things quick and easy, but they aren't going for it. So keep trying, keep working on figuring out how to block them, make that communication gap get bigger and bigger, and you will feel better and better. All right. Thank you. Again, thank you for being here, and thank you for your question. I know that's a difficult decision. So, does Bear really love you, or is she faking it or cheating? And you have a lovely photo of the Undertaker, it looks like. Is that the Undertaker, the wrestler? Darkness? Is that who that is? Hello, T. Wilmore. How are you? It's nice to have you here. Hey, Hannah. Good to have you back as well. Does Bear really love you, or faking or cheating? So I think Bear is someone who is very immature. Oh, that explains it then. That explains the name, Darkness. I like WWE. That's fun. So I think this person is very immature, and I think they are, I think they're very happy. I think they are very much feeling, the happiness and the light of the sun. They feel good about themselves. I think this person is somebody who is dependable, yet has a very realistic idea and outlook on life. But I think that, I think there's a lot of opportunities. And I think there's a lot of people out there who are also looking for her feelings, right? Does that make sense? I think there's a lot of people looking for her affections. Let's put it that way. That's the word I'm looking for. I think there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of, what's the word I would like to use? A lot of temptations for this person. And I think there is some type of an emotional connection out there somewhere with someone else, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I know, Darkness, I'm very, very sorry. I don't like to give bad news or sad news or, make anybody feel bad, but I do have to tell you the truth and tell you exactly what I see. And that's what I get. That is what I'm getting. So, all right. Thank you. Let me see what the energy around this is. Other than that, yeah, round and round. Is this how things have been going with that person? Just in circles? Are things just going constantly in circles? Darkness with this person? Because if so, well, then that explains it, right? It's not going to ever stop. It's just going to constantly go around and around and around. Never get anywhere. It's never going to get you anywhere. That's not what you want. So, Lovely Green, thank you so much for your donation. I do appreciate it. I did see it come through, and I'm hoping to see your question. just post your question up there, and then I can do your reading for you right away. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, just post your question, and then I can do your reading. Ah, there you go. And there it is. Yep. I got your donation through Cash App. Thank you so much. All right. So, Ricky's intentions towards you. As you all know, or if you don't know, donations do take priority. Donations get you a reading right away. They put you right on the top of the list. There is no wait, no fuss, no muss, no nothing. So, yeah, I understand. It's annoying not getting a text in days. I can understand that. Definitely. So maybe it's time for you to find someone who is better suited to you. All right. So, Lovely Green, what are Ricky's intentions towards you? What are Ricky's intentions towards you? Let's see. Oh, you know what? You got an extra card out of the whole deal, too. Look at that. An extra one came out, and sure enough, there it is. I'm just going to put them right top of them. So now you don't know which way to go, right? You don't know what to do. You don't know what Ricky's intentions are. You don't know what they should be doing. They don't know which way. I don't think Ricky knows which way to go. Ricky's confused about his intentions as well. He doesn't realize that there is big changes ahead, big changes coming. And I certainly think that is I think that's going to end up being a good thing, right? Because there's a lot of things that can be done to make you, so that you understand what the intentions are. And I think those intentions are going to turn out to be very successful. I think Ricky's intentions are to be very supportive of you, to recognize your confidence, and to move in a good direction, move towards you in a good direction. I think Ricky has a lot of confidence in his ability to balance things out and be flexible when necessary. And I think that, he also knows that he would like to win you at all costs. He would like to win you over at all costs, no matter what it takes. So I really do think that that's his intentions. His intentions are to move forward towards you. And I think it's going to work. I think that's going to really work because you have the confidence. And I think he sees that confidence and knows that you're going to, you're going to be a good person for him. So is it a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a good thing. If you are interested in him, like he's interested in you, then it's going to be a really good thing. I think that's how it's going to work for you, Lovely. I think that if you are interested in Ricky, he is definitely interested in you. Now, if you're not, then you're going to have to just let him down carefully. And again, you have the confidence to do that. You have the support to go ahead and do that if you needed to. But I don't think you do. I don't think that's what you want. I think you are interested right? And again, it's funny because then this card comes up and it's all about, like I just said, about being flexible when necessary. Sometimes you have to be flexible, right? Sometimes you have to be willing to do things that you aren't so happy about doing, but it's all about compromise, right? And if you compromise, well, that's how relationships get stronger and better. So sure enough, I think that just confirms. I think that flexible card goes along with the whole idea of the Two of Pentacles having flexibility, right? Yeah, I definitely think so. Thank you so much for the donation. I do appreciate it. So, all right. So go Gina. Does M have a crush on you? Does M the Aquarius have a crush on you? You're curious to know how he sees you. After this, I will have time for one more free reading. But again, if you want to donate, you will get a guaranteed reading tonight still. All right. So, does M have a crush on you, Gina? So I think M is very insecure. I think M doesn't know really how to make a move, how to say something, how to make that first move kind of idea, right? They're kind of, I think M is kind of stuck. And I think he is, he just feels left out. He doesn't feel like he could be part of your life because maybe he thinks you're too good for him. All you're looking for, right, is somebody to be secure, somebody to be stable, someone who will help you go and change the way your life has been in the past. Right? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody to do that. So my short answer to the whole thing is yes. I think M has a crush on you, but he doesn't know how to go about telling you. He doesn't know how to go about explaining it. That's the tough part, right? That's the difficult part. He doesn't know how to go and tell you. Oh, his name actually starts with N. Okay. Well, that's okay. N, M. We know who we're talking about, right? But I think, that's the problem. Maybe N thinks that you are just unattainable. He's afraid that if he rushes in, that things aren't going to go well. If he just kind of jumps in and says something to you, you're going to turn him down and things aren't going to go well. So he holds his words. He holds on to the things that he wants to say and doesn't say them. And that gives you the idea that maybe doesn't have this crush on you. Although he gives off all the signals, you get that feeling like, maybe. He gives off all the signals. He gives off this whole thing like, oh, I'm the king, I'm the emperor, I'm the one in charge, right? I'm the authority figure. But you know what? He's not. He's really the person on the outside looking in. So he holds back from the things he says because he knows if things go too quickly, then it's not going to work out very well. So that's your answer. Your answer is yes. N has a crush on you. And as confident as he may seem, I don't think he knows exactly what to say. That's what I get for you, Gina. Maybe you'll get the leg up, right? You'll get a leg up on him. Now that you know how he's feeling, now that you know how things are, well, then maybe if you say something, then that will make things go much easier, much quicker. So, Authentic Shorty, how are you? It's nice to have you here. It's good to see you again also. All right, this will be my last free reading. And so your question is Eric going to leave his current relationship this year? You'll throw him a bone. There you go. What oracle deck is that? That oracle deck, my friend, is Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I'll leave it out there for you if you want to write it down while I'm shuffling. I know last night Saturday night Yvonne was very interested in it, so I had it up there for a while also. It's a very nice deck. All right, so is Eric going to leave his current relationship this year? This will be our final reading, unless I have donations. If I have donations, then I will continue. Will Eric leave his relationship this year? I think this is really weighing on Eric's mind. Things are really, oh, good. Okay, you got a screenshot of it. There you go. I think it's really weighing him down, right? It's making him feel like there's a lot of things to think about, and he's really defensive about it. He's really feeling like he has to defend himself. He has to protect himself from getting hurt. And that's why things are the way they are right now. I think things will get clearer as the year goes through. You'll get a better idea of how this relationship is going to go. I think you're going to need to have some patience and understanding with Eric if you're waiting for him to leave his current relationship so you can have him. I think you need to understand that there's a good possibility that that's not going to be happening, although he is very impatient about moving in a different direction. He's very ready. He's ready to go. He's ready to move in a different direction. He's ready to go back to something that is different than what he has now. So, will he leave his current relationship this year? There is a good chance of that, But I think it's going to take a lot of patience and understanding on your part, if you're looking to get into the picture after that happens. All right. I think it's really making him, like I said, it's really weighing heavily on his mind, and it's also making him very, very overprotective. So you, authentic shorty, are just going to have to breathe. You just have to breathe. Take some time. Take some time and do just that, right? Just breathe. All right. And that's what I get for you. So thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate everybody being here tonight. That was my last reading. I did not get any other donations coming through. So thank you. I just want to say thank you all for being here. Don't forget, I'm here every single night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will see you all again tomorrow night for another episode of Tarot Nights. Have a good evening. Bye now.